North Korea, a country often associated with secrecy and isolation, holds many mysteries that the outside world knows very little about. Among these is a fascinating fact that may surprise you. Did you know North Korea makes its own cars? Yes, you heard that right. In a land where private vehicle ownership is almost unheard of, there exists a clandestine auto industry producing vehicles that very few ever get to see. From the outside, it may seem like a paradox. A nation where public transportation and walking are the norms, yet it houses an industry dedicated to creating automobiles. These aren't just any cars, though. These machines often bear a striking resemblance to popular models from well-known foreign brands, raising questions about the originality of their designs. But what drives this industry? And who are these cars for, if the common man can't own one? These are just some of the mysteries that we'll unravel as we delve deeper into the enigmatic world of North Korean cars. So, buckle up and prepare for a journey into the unknown as we lift the veil on one of the world's most secretive automotive industries. In a nation shrouded in secrecy, even the car industry is a maze of mysteries and intrigue. North Korea, a country of 25 million people, holds the record for the lowest rate of car ownership in the world, with a mere 30,000 vehicles in circulation. But don't be fooled into thinking these are all homegrown machines. The government's official cars are primarily foreign brands, with Mercedes-Benz's being a particular favourite. Higher-ranking officials are seen in even more luxurious models, with Toyotas and Volvos from the 70s gracing the roads despite stringent trade restrictions. The country does have its own automotive manufacturers, whose products are often uncanny echoes of familiar designs from foreign brands, raising many an eyebrow in the global car industry. The Sungri motor plant, for instance, is known for producing vehicles that bear a striking resemblance to Volkswagens and Mercedes. Another manufacturer, Pyeonghwa, once produced licensed versions of Fiats and now specializes in creating copycat cars. The North Korean car industry is a paradoxical mix of secrecy, imitation and luxury, a mirror to the nation's enigmatic existence. It's a world where most people are consigned to walking or taking public transport, while the elite ride in imported opulence. A world where intellectual property means nothing, and homegrown manufacturers can freely replicate foreign designs without consequence. So buckle up as we delve into the enigmatic history of North Korea's automotive industry. The Korean War, a tumultuous chapter in the annals of history, was a pivotal event that shaped North Korea's future, including its car industry. The conflict, which took place from 1950 to 1953, was triggered by ideological differences between North Korea, backed by the Soviet Union, and South Korea, supported by the United States. The war ravaged the Korean peninsula, leaving behind a trail of destruction and a deeply divided nation. North Korea's economy and infrastructure were decimated. Factories, roads, and bridges were reduced to rubble, setting back North Korea's development by decades. The war also cemented North Korea's isolationist policies, which would have profound implications for its car industry. Cut off from the rest of the world, North Korea had to rebuild its economy from the ground up. The government turned to the Soviet Union and China for aid, including technology transfers and assistance in establishing factories. This marked the birth of North Korea's automotive industry, built on the ashes of war and under the shadow of foreign influence. These isolationist policies also affected the car industry in other ways. Trade restrictions made it difficult for North Korea to import vehicles or automotive parts, leading to a reliance on local manufacturers and a culture of imitation. This can be seen in the products of the Sungri motor plant and other manufacturers, which often replicate foreign designs. Yet, despite these challenges, the North Korean car industry has shown a remarkable resilience, adapting and evolving in the face of adversity. The Korean War left a lasting imprint on North Korea, shaping its car industry in unexpected ways. It sowed the seeds of an industry that would become a mirror to the nation's enigmatic existence, a paradox of secrecy, imitation, and luxury. As we delve deeper into this fascinating journey, we'll uncover more about the influences, the players, and the unique car culture that has evolved within the borders of this enigmatic nation. Our journey begins in 1958 with the Sungri motor plant, the oldest automotive manufacturer in North Korea. A pioneer in its own right, Sungri produced its first vehicle in the same year, marking the inception of an industry that would be shrouded in secrecy for decades to come. Sungri Motor Plant didn't just produce any old vehicles, it had a penchant for creating vehicles that bore a remarkable resemblance to famous foreign brands. The factory's assembly lines churned out cars that echoed the design aesthetics of giants like Volkswagen and Mercedes. This fascinating trend of copycat production wasn't just a testament to the global influence of these brands, but also a reflection of the North Korean government's desire to project an image of modernity and progress. Yet, this emulation of foreign designs wasn't without its challenges. While the exterior of these vehicles mirrored their foreign counterparts, the quality often left much to be desired. Reports suggest mismatched body panel gaps and a general lack of quality control. Despite the efforts to emulate the West's automotive industry, with sanctions hindering their access to state-of-the-art technology, the Sungri Motor Plant had to rely on more traditional manufacturing methods. But what some may call imperfections, others might consider nostalgic traces of a more human approach to car making. Sungri was just the beginning of North Korea's intriguing automotive journey. As we delve deeper into this fascinating world, we'll uncover more about the influences, the players and the unique car culture that has evolved within the borders of this enigmatic nation. The turn of the century brought a new player to the scene, Pyeonghwa Motors. This was a unique corporation established in the year 2000 as an unprecedented joint venture between North and South Korea. With a mission to foster economic cooperation and promote peace between the two nations, Pyeonghwa Motors embarked on an ambitious journey in the world of auto manufacturing. The company's strategy was different from its predecessors. Instead of producing copycat vehicles, Pyeonghwa Motors shifted its focus towards imports, primarily from Vietnam and China. This approach allowed them to introduce a variety of foreign vehicles to the North Korean market. However, the company's journey was not without its share of bumps. Despite their best efforts, Pyeonghwa Motors struggled to make a significant impact on the auto industry. The quality of the vehicles, while improved, still couldn't match up to international standards. This led to a considerable lack of confidence within the country, with even the leaders of North Korea preferring to ride in imported vehicles. In 2013, the company faced a significant turn of events. The control of Pyeonghwa Motors was handed over to the government. This move marked a major shift, as it effectively ended the joint venture that had been in place since the company's inception. The future of the automotive industry in North Korea is shrouded in uncertainty. With the largest car manufacturer now under government control, questions loom large over the direction the industry will take. Will North Korea continue to lean on imports, or will there be a renewed focus on homegrown manufacturing? Only time will tell. Despite the uncertainty, the story of North Korea's car industry is far from over. Recent escalations in international sanctions have had a profound impact on North Korea's car industry. Imposed as collective punishment for the country's nuclear weapons program, on top of existing sanctions in place since the Korean War, these sanctions have crippled various sectors of the North Korean economy, including its nascent car industry. The sanctions, enforced by the United Nations, the European Union and the United States, among others, have restricted North Korea's access to the global market. This has significantly hampered their ability to procure car parts and technology, leading to a decline in both the quality and quantity of cars produced. The sanctions have also affected the import of foreign cars, which had been a primary strategy for companies like Pyeonghwa Motors. With heavy restrictions on the import of luxury goods, including cars, the number of foreign vehicles entering the country has significantly dwindled. This has led to an increased reliance on older models and a surge in the maintenance and repair industry, as keeping the existing cars running has become a priority. Yet, despite these challenges, North Korea has found ways to circumvent the sanctions. From smuggling car parts across the Chinese border to reverse engineering foreign designs, the country has demonstrated a remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. There have also been unconfirmed reports of clandestine factories producing knockoffs of popular foreign models. Despite the harsh international sanctions, North Korea's car industry continues to persevere. It may not be on par with the global giants of the auto industry, but it is a testament to the country's tenacity and resourcefulness. As we delve deeper into the bizarre car culture of North Korea, we'll see how these sanctions have shaped the automotive landscape in this enigmatic nation. Delving into the enigmatic world of North Korea, we uncover an uncanny car culture that defies conventional wisdom. Paradoxically, while the concept of private vehicle ownership remains alien to most North Koreans, their roads display an astonishing assortment of diverse makes and models. An intriguing chapter in this narrative is the import of Volvos from Sweden in the 1970s. The deal was a massive one, with hundreds of these robust vehicles shipped to North Korea, adding a distinct European flair to the roads well into the early noughties. Although these cars can still be seen around the country, they are often in a state of disrepair, suffering from over 50 years of wear and tear. The fact that these ancient cars still run at all is a testament to Volvo's robust build quality. From vintage Russian-built Volgas to these imported Volvos and high-end Toyotas, the North Korean roads are a vibrant display of their unique car culture, and amongst these brands a peculiar presence: charcoal-powered trucks. Due to severe fuel shortages in the country, many cars have been modified to use wood gas generators, which burn wood or charcoal in a low-oxygen environment to produce carbon monoxide and hydrogen, which are in turn pumped into the combustion engine. The public transportation system remains the primary mode of transport for the common folk, and with the increase in wealth since Jang Song-taek's new economic policies launched in 2010, more people can now afford taxis, particularly in the capital city, Pyongyang. These taxis, often owned by state-run companies, are a crucial part of the city's transportation network, catering to both locals and foreigners. Meanwhile, the country's elite enjoy the luxury of private cars, from which emerges another peculiar aspect: the lack of car insurance. In North Korea, car accidents are usually resolved through negotiation and monetary compensation, with no formal insurance system in place. As we look to the future, what can we expect from North Korea's car industry? With the country's political landscape as unpredictable as ever, the potential impact of future changes remains a mystery. Could a shift in leadership usher in a new era for North Korean cars? Or will the auto industry continue to trudge along its isolated path, shielded from the outside world? Innovation and technology could play a crucial role in shaping North Korea's future car industry. With the rest of the world embracing electric vehicles and autonomous technology, could North Korea find a way to follow suit? Despite the country's technological limitations and sanctions, there are signs that it's not entirely closed off to these global trends. In fact, reports of electric bikes and solar-powered vehicles have already started to trickle out of the Hermit Kingdom. But perhaps the most significant potential change lies in increased international cooperation. If sanctions were to be lifted, the floodgates could open for North Korea's auto industry. Foreign investment could pour in, technology transfers could take place, and North Korean cars could even find their way onto international roads. However, these are all big ifs. The reality is that North Korea's car industry is as unpredictable as the country itself. It's an industry shrouded in secrecy, with more questions than answers. As we've seen, it's a world of contrasts, from the bizarre car culture to the influence of foreign designs, and the stark difference between the vehicles of the leaders and the common folk. Only time will tell what the future holds for North Korea's car industry. Will it continue on its current path, or will it steer towards a new direction? For now, all we can do is watch, wait, and wonder.